Hey everybody, welcome to Neil Talks. My name's Neil, and it's time to talk The Mandalorian. And I have so many thoughts about where we are in the series so far. We're halfway through the season. There's a lot of very divergent storylines that I want to explore, and I hope the show explores. But I don't know what order they're going to tackle them, how these storylines may end up merging or not, and where the season is progressing. I love what we're doing with Din and Bo-Katan, with the Children of the Watch. I love that Grogu's beginning to be trained as a Mandalorian. We're slowly building out his armor kit. Fascinating to see what happens there, because it feels like Bo is developed a great deal of sympathy for the Children of the Watch. They've certainly been very accepting of her. Part of her definitely. I feel like she's given up on her dreams. We know where she stood at the end of Rebels when she was gifted the dark saber. She was going to be able to reunite Mandalore, and that dream failed. We don't know exactly how the dark saber fell into Moff Gideon's hands, but now when we saw her at the beginning of this season, it felt like she'd given up on all of those hopes and dreams of, yes, regaining the throne, but also bringing Mandalorians back to Mandalore. They're scattered throughout the galaxy right now, often in hiding, and that's not the way this proud race should be living. But now that we know Mandalore isn't poisoned, it could be resettled. It would certainly take a lot of work, but maybe she's got this dream kindling again that she could lead Mandalorians back to Mandalore. The vision of the mythosaur has done something to galvanize her. And how can Din and the Armorer and Paz Vizsla and all these other Mandalorians help her? Interesting question. But we don't forget what we introduced 2 episodes ago. Elia Kane, the ex Moff Gideon's ex communications officer. She's gone through the. Why do I keep forgetting the word for this? She's been reintegrated into the New Republic society. She's being a good citizen, but is she? She looks like a model citizen, but she's still working towards some darker imperial ends, it feels like. Is there a network of other ex-Imperials like her in contact with one another on Coruscant, starting to fracture this new government from within? Who knows? And a cool new storyline we got into last episode. And thank you guys in the comments for cluing me onto a couple of things that I was unaware of. We got to see in a lot more detail Grogu escape the Jedi Temple back during Order 66. And we saw in particular this one Jedi who I was unfamiliar with help him escape. And his name is escaping me at the moment, but he's played by Ahmed Best, who the name triggered a memory in my head, but I couldn't figure out where I knew him from. And that's because I haven't seen any of the behind the scenes mocap work from the prequels, because he was the actor who was Jar Jar Binks. Mocap's wrong, but you never see his face during the prequels, is my point. He gets turned into a digital character. But that's super cool to give that gift of turning the guy that played Jar Jar and all of the baggage that came with into this super cool dueling saber Jedi who rescues Grogu during Order 66. But maybe there's more to it than that, because Naboo guards helped him escape, and they escaped in a Naboo ship. And who is it from Naboo that was helping exactly? It's not Padme. She's just died in childbirth. Obviously, there's loyalists to Padme back on Naboo, including Jar Jar. If you've watched any of the Clone Wars, there are hints that Jar Jar may have some connection with the Force. There's all sorts of awesome, like you can go deep diving and see all sorts of awesome theories that he's either a secret Jedi or a secret Sith, or his command of the Force presents itself as extreme luck. But is it beyond the realm of possibility that Jar Jar appears in The Mandalorian? I'm not ruling it out. And how interesting would that be? Even if we don't, I would love to see Grogu on Naboo and see where his adventure post Order 66 took him, because I think that's a fascinating idea. Let's learn more about that, please. In any case, I have no idea what this episode's going to be about. Are we going to go back to Coruscant? Are we going to stay with the Children of the Watch? Do we go back to Navarro and deal with the pirate problem there that we introduced in episode 1 for no apparent reason? Could be anything. I trust in Dave and John, and yeah, I feel like I'm in good hands. So let's see what episode 5 is all about, shall we? This is chapter 21.
He was sent off to the New Republic for interrogation, and he will face justice for his crimes.
Death would have been justice for his atrocities.
Yeah. Do we know that that's what happened to Gideon?
We drink here.
We are bringing back the pirates.
I forgot, it was...
They do like last names that rhyme with Ain on this show. Cad Bane, Elia Kane, Vane, the pirate.
Let's move the trade district closer to the shipping terminals.
That's a wonderful idea, High Magistrate.
They're playing SimCity.
Wait a minute. Where's the rail spur? Hold on a second.
Pirates. Oh, it's a cool looking ship. And we don't have a sheriff. Swamp Thing.
Gunning down my helmsman in cold blood. When he let down his guard on your planet.
He shot first.
Well, now I will shoot first.
Navarro is now under the protection of the New Republic.
Arya?
This isn't Sabak. You can't bluff your way out of this one, Gaga.
Well, we gotta make a call. Can we bring all the Mandalorians in to help? Din Djarin, you're my only hope. Yeah. Get indoors, Foot. Oh, man. Firing in atmosphere looks so good. The pirate is... Where are we now? I like the stripped down Y-Wing look. And that's an X-Wing, yeah. Alright. That's an Air Force base.
Can I use your viewer?
You once offered that I might reach out to you.
Too bad. I really thought Navarro was gonna make it.
No way!
Coruscant.
Is that Zeb?
Permission to intercede.
They're swamped. They'll never get an
That's
answer
totally
in time.
Zeb. That voice.
They can't ignore me face to face.
I like your attitude.
Oh my god.
You're gonna need it.
That's amazing. Wow. Oh, I didn't know I needed that in my life. Woo! Holy shit. Who else are we gonna see?
Captain Tava here to see Colonel Tuttle.
Oh, she's here. Oh, crap. Tim Meadows? Colonel Tim Meadows.
How may it be of service?
I'm requesting authorization and backup for a Delphi squadron in dealing with the pirate siege on Navarro.
Navarro. Haven't heard of it.
They have yet to sign the charter. They're not a member planet.
Uh-oh.
I don't think that this is an isolated episode. Navarro has reported accounts of stormtroopers in the streets.
It's not.
and
There's
TIE
at least
fighters
8
openly
episodes.
flying above. The citizens speak of Moff Gideon occupying the town, and now a pirate king is attempting the same thing? These events could all be connected.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm hearing Moff Gideon never made it to trial.
Captain, this isn't a rebellion anymore.
What happened to Moff?
And by the time it becomes big enough for you to act,
It'll be too
it'll be
late.
too late.
Every time I see Tim Meadows now, I just think of a cannibal on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. But I love how we're meshing these stories. They had a plan. Of course they did. It's just... sometimes you don't know what it is until you see it. Gonk. Single X-Wing. Oh, it looks so good. He's going to the Mandos. Oh, how is he going to be welcomed here? Oh, I like the green R2 unit. Oh, are they still here? They must be. Bo-Katan's ship's still here.
I have a time-pressing matter to attend to.
Clear out, Blue Boy.
How did you manage to find us?
Someone I served with in the rebellion is amongst your ranks.
Oh.
Thanks, R5.
R5 stayed in touch with the rebellion?
Grief Karga sent this holo message. Navarro is under siege by pirates. He's asking for help.
What's in it for you?
The New Republic has to know that the Empire is growing again. It's not your fight. I just came to tell you your friend is in danger, and I thought you should know.
Oh. He's a good man. He's a smart man. Honorable.
I gotta help the guy.
You can't do it alone.
I stand before you to petition an intervention. To help rescue Navarro before it's too late.
Is he holding like a talking stick or something?
However,
Or is that what they are? That's the armorer's hammer. Is that what that serves? Yeah.
perhaps it is time for us to live in the light once again. On a planet where we are welcome. It's up to them now.
I was there on Navarro that night. I fought against Grief Karga and his hunters. Why should we lay our lives down yet again? Because we are Mandalorians.
Damn the honor
These
amongst
two are
these.
asking us to take up arms in the name of a brighter future. And I, for one, will take up arms to fight by their side. This is the way.
This is the way. All right. Then this is what we're doing. Mandalorians versus pirates.
If everyone acts as they should, we can use the element of surprise and defeat an enemy that outnumbers us.
Oh, I'm so down for this.
Pirate King, the N1 will distract the Corsair and her snub fighters as we drop in to liberate the planet below.
Snub fighters?
Navarro is.
I guess that's what we saw the other pirates flying in the asteroid belt in episode 1.
But now, you can be heroes.
Oh, that looked so good. Oh man, it's wrecked. Oh. No.
It's the Mandalorian!
To the cannons! Oh, this is so cool.
Launch the snub fighters! Follow him!
Oh, the Warthog's back too. I love the look of this Corsair. It's almost like a Romulan design.
Be careful, my friend. They've got you outnumbered 10-1.
Whoa!
I like those odds.
Bet you do.
I know I just Woody Woodpeckered there, but wow. Ah!
First team, prepare to drop.
So sweet. Oh, they're... No match. Oh. Oh, the N1 flies so well.
There's another ship, Captain. Tell Vane and the fighters to reform for a counterattack.
They're pursuing the Mandalorian.
Then bring them back.
Oh. Yeah, you gotta do a canyon run.
This time.
Nice.
Possible ambush. Take cover.
Nice. Oh. They're pinned in.
We're boxed in.
Okay, let's get another team to drop in. Here we go. Oh man, he's just a tank. Uh-oh. To the air.
He's above you. He's below you.
He's through you. Yes! Yes! They don't even have shitty stormtrooper armor. One hitting a Trando. Love it. Nice. There's Jawas in the group too. I love it. Oh, just kill him. Awesome.
But it's time to part ways.
Vane out.
He's targeting the townspeople.
We've
Yeah.
got to take him down.
Yeah. You got it, but now it's just gonna crash on the townspeople? Boom. Ba-boom. Boom. Oh. It's gonna be okay. All right. That was such an awesome sequence. Ah.
You may no longer have a home planet,
But you have a home.
but you do now have a home. Welcome. Welcome and thank you.
Well, that's just a plain old happy ending. Back in the tunnels.
Remove your helmet.
What?
But do you respect my station?
I do.
Remove your helmet.
Is this a trick? Is the armorer threatened by Bo?
We must walk the way together. Oh, Mandalorians, the next age is upon us. You have walked both worlds.
You
are the
mislead
one
us.
who can unite us.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like that's Bo's journey for sure. Is her helmet still off? Yeah.
Bo-Katan Kryze is going off to bring other Mandalorians in exile to us.
But she shows her face.
This is the way.
Bo-Katan walks both worlds. She can bring all tribes together.
Flexibility from the armorer. Who knew? Alright. We are reuniting Mandalore on Navarro.
To retake Mandalore.
There's the rest of our season right there. Uh-oh. That's an Imperial shuttle. Is this just debris? It looks just like debris, but...
There's a record of a missing craft in the region. The details are classified.
Yeah. Moff Gideon was on there. That probe is cool. Coming out of the R7 unit like that. This has got to be Gideon related.
Flight times match the ship transporting Moff Gideon.
Yep.
I knew it. This was an extraction.
What else? What else? What is
it's
it?
A fragment of Beskar alloy.
Are you saying that Moff Gideon was taken by Mandalorians?
Or they're setting up the Mandalorians. Huh. Alright, things are getting good. Because we're starting to tie storylines together. This episode brought all our present storylines together all at once, just like that. Great to see Paul Lee again as our X-Wing fighter. Teva? Is that how you pronounce it? I think that's the first time I've actually gotten his full name. But anyway, he played a really big part in this. He gets the distress call from Grief Karga. He goes to the New Republic to ask for aid, where we cross paths with Elia Kane again. And yeah, she's firmly entrenched in her position within requisitions in Coruscant, and clearly up to no good. What exactly? Hard to say, but Teva's smart enough to know that if the New Republic doesn't come to help an independent planet like Navarro, then he can go to the Mandalorians. And luckily, R5 was there because we didn't have time to rebuild IG-11. And R5 had a bad motivator back in New Hope. But he did end up serving with the rebellion, and I guess those... I don't know how that works, but in any case, he led them to the Mandalorians, to the Children of the Watch, in their covert. We got to see how Mandalorian parliamentary procedure goes, basically. We get to see whoever holds the armorer's hammer, that's basically the talking stick. You know, nice little turn there with Paz Vizsla. You think he's going to come down against going on this mission. Why sacrifice more Mandalorian lives to help Grief Karga, who they fought against back in season 1? Well, for a better future, for land of their own that they can call home, for the respect that Din and Bo-Katan have earned amongst the Children of the Watch, because they saved Paz's son. You know, all of these reasons why this is a noble cause, and why Mandalorians in general are so freaking noble and honorable. It's really impressive. There's a reason why people like fans like Mandalorians, that they really are knights. They're better than us. They have these strong ideals, and they're willing to fight for them, and they believe in honor and justice and doing the right thing. And it's inspiring, isn't it? And then we get this awesome battle. You know, the pirates have overtaken the capital city of Navarro, forcing Grief Karga and the citizens out into the lava flats. And then we get this awesome battle between the pirates and the Mandalorians. And we get air battle, and we get ground battle, and we get to see Paz doing his thing, and we get to see the armor rocking it. I honestly feel like her with her tongs and her hammer could, take out any Jedi. Like she's so good with those tools. We save the day. We destroy the pirate ship, kill the pirate captain. Vane took off, so he may make a reappearance. He's like the sole survivor. Although I feel like we captured some pirates on the ground when we had them surrounded between the Mandalorians and the townfolk. But Vane took off. He's still a wild card. So don't be surprised if we see him again before the season's over. Zeb, guys, Zeb from Rebels happened to be at this New Republic. I want to say airbase because it feels like that, but you know what I mean. Where we first saw Teva when he got the call from Karga. So Zeb is back. This is fascinating because when we saw him at the end of Rebels, he went back to his home world, if I remember correctly. But he's returned, and he's a pilot with the New Republic. Just a random cameo, and if you didn't know any better, he's just a random character. But if you've seen Rebels, it's such a gift to get him. And did he look good or what? I mean, just like amazing CG. They clearly got the same voice actor that they had for the cartoon. Just what a gift for fans of Rebels. That was so cool. That air battle. As much as I love the big battles in space, there's something about having something in atmosphere with land to reference, so you can see how quick these maneuvers are. You can see how fast these ships are going. You have a better sense of where everything is laid out geographically, so you have a better sense of the battle, how it stands. It looks so good, and they've mastered it on this show. We would kill for stuff looking this good in the prequel movies, and now we're knocking it off on a weekly basis on TV. How cool is that? And, for all the awesomeness in this episode, it finishes with this great mystery, something that we've been hinting at since the first episode of the season, that Moff Gideon was supposed to be going to trial, but nobody knows exactly what happened. Did he get mind flared? Did he escape? What happened? Nobody seems to know. And now it seems we do know. He was being transported to trial in this shuttle that Teva found at the end. That shuttle was attacked and breached, and Gideon isn't there anymore. So presumably this was to break Gideon out. And who did that? Well, somebody who's got Beskar. So the question is did some other group of Mandalorians do this? Or is somebody framing the Mandalorians? And why? How widely known is the conflict between Gideon and Din Djarin? And what would the New Republic do? It would make no sense to pin it on, it makes no sense. I mean, anything that may be public about Gideon dealing with Mandalorians would be him fighting Mandalorians. Where would an alliance come from that would make sense to cast suspicion on? It's confusing. I mean, obviously there's a plan. Somebody has a plan. I mean, the other option is somebody didn't break Gideon out, but somebody didn't want the New Republic to deal with them. They'd rather deal with them themselves. And so he's a prisoner of whoever took him. And that could be Mandalorians. I don't know. But now I feel like we know exactly where the rest of the season's going, at least in broad strokes. We also had this amazing conversation between the Armorer and Bo-Katan. The end result of the Battle of Navarro is the Mandalorians now have a home on Navarro. They've just been granted all this land to make their home. And how awesome is that? But the Armorer realizes this is just a step in the right direction. We need to retake Mandalore. And she believes Bo about the mythosaur. The Armorer says, I thought it was just a creature of legend, but you have seen it. You're the one, you've walked in both worlds. You can bring all Mandalorians here, and from here we can retake Mandalore. One of the things that I find really interesting about the Mandalorians is it really doesn't feel like there's any politics to it. which isn't the way we remember Mandalore from back during the Clone Wars. There was all sorts of politics in running that planet. But now it really feels like everybody's on the side of Mandalore, first and foremost, and only. That there's no longer any bad blood between Paz and Din over the Darksaber. There's, as soon as the apostates, Din and Bo-Katan, bathed in the waters, they were fully accepted into the covert. There was no suspicion. There was no residual disrespect or anything like that. And, every time we have one of these lead ups to an intense meeting like that, I'm thinking, oh, geez, I'm saying stuff like, is the armorer jealous of Bo-Katan? Is she worried that Bo-Katan may sort of usurp her leadership role within the community or something? And no, it's nothing like that at all. It's like, you can bring more Mandalorians to us. You can help us retake Mandalore. You can help. And I ask you for your help openly and without deceit or anything like that. It just feels very cooperative. And again, it's very inspiring. I think that's something that touches a lot of viewers of this show, is that the ideals of being Mandalorian are, they're inspiring. They make you want to be a better person. They show you how it can be. And maybe it's a little bit, I don't want to say unrealistic, because this is freaking Star Wars. If you were grounding this in the reality of just Earth, these people wouldn't feel right. But if you ground them in a greater universe, the entire galaxy of Star Wars, you can accept that there are some people somewhere in the galaxy like this. Maybe not many, but they can exist, and it's so fun seeing their adventures, their journey. So now Bo-Katan, she's taken her helmet off without losing her place within the Children of the Watch, but she's basically sort of becoming an ambassador, it feels like, and she's going to go out and collect more Mandalorians, and maybe she's going to run across the Mandalorians that either freed or kidnapped Moff Gideon, or she's somehow going to tie into that story individually, while we stay back on Navarro and see the birth of this more permanent but not ultimate Mandalorian community. It's the right time. This is episode 5. We've got 3 episodes left. Plenty of time to dive into what remains in this immediate storyline, catching up with Moff Gideon, retaking Mandalore, and then what? Who knows? But that's probably season 4. But this may be the first time on this show that I feel like we've got a real mystery. And I like mysteries. So I'm super curious about the whole Moff Gideon shuttle thing. My hunch is the Beskar's planted there to put attention on Mandalorians. But who would do that? Who would have access to Beskar? Where's the double cross coming from? Because I feel like there may be a betrayal coming before the season's over. Or is it all being engineered by Alaya? And how? She's still just part of this sort of probationary program on Coruscant. It's not like she's in a position of great power. She's fetching coffee for the Colonel. But I'm curious. Where do we go from here with that mystery? What reveals are coming in episode 6 and 7 and beyond? Anyway, awesome episode. I had a blast with it. I hope you guys did too. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me here today on Neil Talks. Can't wait for next week. And until then, everybody, take care, stay healthy. I'll see you soon. Cheers.